Well, we have Gaba and Ashwini Gujral. Of course, we've been talking to both of them, and SP Tulsian and Mayuresh Joshi also join us now. Ms. Tulsian, good afternoon. You have been consistent on the profit booking call on Idea. Ever since that stock moved up to 150, 120. But after the finalization of the deal now, what next for this stock?
See, Anuj, if you really go by the broad contours of the deal, I don't think that there is any kind of attraction seen in it. But let me just quickly start with the process. The media and the market was expecting that it will be a 50-50 merger deal. I don't know what kind of, because or maybe people were expecting that both the Vodafone and Birla Group will be having equal stake in the company. If you see, 50-50 valuations has been given to both the companies per se. That means the equity of the enlarged Idea will increase from 3,600 crore to 7,200 crore roughly. Now, if you see, promoters of Idea got 21%, and by paying about 3,900 crore, they bought additional 4.9%. That itself shows the compulsion or the desperation on the part of the promoters of Idea Group to consolidate with Vodafone going forward. Number one. Number two, if you see the enterprise value, firstly, as I said, that 7,200, again, the shares, 32 crore shares or 35 crore shares having bought by Ideas or the promoters of the Idea, that is Birla's, at 108 rupees per share, and by paying 3,900 crore to Vodafone seems to be more in an advantageous position. Now, if I take 100 rupees as the share price for the Idea, the market cap will be 72,000 crore, and if you add the debt of about 1,08,000 crore existing in books of both the companies, the enterprise value comes to about 1,80,000 crore, and definitely that will be seen quite rich, on a comparative basis. Also, if I take a call on Bharti and Reliance Jio, there is no point in expecting that maybe 2 years down the line or 3 years down the line, or presently the situation will be that they will be having a market share of 40%, because it will be very difficult to take a call on all these things. So in nutshell, I would say that the mergers on which the benefits which were expected to flow into Idea shareholders have not seen coming in. They have gone more in favor of Vodafone. But anyway, now since the event is behind us, people will start taking a comparative valuations between merged Idea, Bharti Airtel and Reliance Jio, because these three players only will be seen as a serious player. There is no writing of the telecom sectors, but the value capping will be seen happening on all these three stocks beyond a point. And I'm not too enthused with this, because as I said, that 4,000 crore, if you have paid just for 4.9% stake having acquired, and still if you are left with 26% stake, I don't think that there is anything to really cheer about.
Okay, nothing to cheer about. That's pretty much what the market is telling us as well, down almost about 9% odd. Mayuresh Joshi also joins into our conversation. By the way, there are plenty of stocks buzzing around at the moment. So look at something like a Ramkrishna Forging. It's at the high point and it's hit a fresh 52-week high today. So plenty of traction in the broader markets, and we have spoken about the tire stocks as well and the way these stocks are moving. Mayuresh, hi, afternoon. Wanted your thoughts on the tire space. There is an expectation of an anti-dumping duty meet on the 28th of this month. Are you keeping your hopes high in the tire sector, and any stocks that you're still buying now? Okay, I don't think Mayuresh can hear me, so I'll go across to him in a bit. But Ashwini, I wanted you to come in on this, because earlier in the morning you had said that one space that's opening up now for trade is the tire space. Any fresh calls here? What would you do with these names?
See, these stocks were in correction for the better part of last 3 to 4 months. So while this rally looks like it's been rallying for 4 days, it's probably a fresh move where even new highs could be possible on these stocks. So the first rally is kind of going on. Chances are the first correction is likely to be shallow, but I think there could be much higher levels ahead on all of these stocks, CEAT, MRF, etc. And I wouldn't be surprised if they make fresh highs the way they've started off again.
Okay, that's interesting. Ashwini, the other stock that you spoke about in the morning was PC Jeweler. As we speak, that's moved to high point. Any thoughts on that? And also on a couple of these PSU banks like OBC?
See, the PC Jeweler, Titan, etc., they went through a torrid time and now they are recovering. And you know, the size of bars that PC Jeweler has made in the last 2-3 sessions, couple of them, just shows that there is fresh buying there, and possibly you could get 500, 520 out there. PSU banks are kind of coming back, maybe because of lack of a farm loan waiver, etc. But I won't think that something like an Orient Bank is likely to have much more than a trading rally. Possibly 145, 150 could be the zone where this could go.
Okay. What about you, Prakash? In the PSU banking space, or in PSUs in general, we are seeing a lot of traction now. Anything here that attracts your attention?
Yes, certainly. I was looking at one of the PSU banks, that is Allahabad Bank. Looks like this is the place where it can buy it. Good, strong support on the vicinity around 70 or so. Looks like it can climb to levels close to 74, even 75 in the days to come. So yes, Allahabad Bank certainly is looking good to me.
Okay, let's do one thing. We'll take a break on that note. Up next, of course, we'll revisit the big Idea Vodafone deal and discuss some more stocks as well. Our closing bell money control question of the day is also on this deal itself. Would you sell Idea stock now that the news is out? Log on to moneycontrol.com and post your responses, and we'll read out some of the most interesting ones post 3:30.
Well, let's take a break, but stay tuned. We'll get you snippets of that conversation we had with Neelkanth Mishra of Credit Suisse with his big bets for the year. Hi, welcome back to the show. Well, for now, the market is still down about 0.3%, not moved much. Couple of pockets are looking good. Ahead of the DMart listing tomorrow, some other retail companies are looking pretty smart. As we told you, VMart retail is up about 5% in just 1 hour. That stock has spiked up quite a bit. So look at that there. And now some fertilizer stocks are also starting to rise. So Chambal Fertilizers is up in the green today. Just in the last 5 minutes, Chambal has just rallied a whole lot, and RCF is also giving it some company over there. But we are getting some details from the Idea conference call that's currently underway. So we'll keep flashing them for you on your screen.
There's an important point here where there's a right that the Idea's promoters have to buy this stake at 130 rupees per share. But Ashwani, what next on this stock? At what point would you consider buying fresh, if at all you would buy Idea Cellular?
There's no reason to buy. Now the news flow is out, and slowly, everybody who bought, because of this news flow is going to sell off. If anybody wants to buy, it'll be probably closer to today's low of 90, 92, and from there you can get a trading pop. But the way a particular stock reacts to news, that just shows you how well the market is taking it. So I think it's best ignored. There is no juice left in Idea now.
Okay, no juice left in Idea. Sandeep Bagle is also with us to give us his view. Sandeep, hi, afternoon. For the moment, any stocks that are catching your eye? The market is just a bit lackluster.
Sandeep, hi, good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Afternoon, Sonia. I would still continue to be bullish. I would go with a buy in a Kaveri Seeds, stop loss 543, target 564. A buy in a Oriental. A buy in a Oriental Bank, stop loss 130, target 141. And a buy in a PC Jeweler, stop loss 427, target 460.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So those are a couple of calls coming in. But let's do one thing. Let's get you a larger perspective on the market now. Neelkanth Mishra of Credit Suisse bets big on IT. Remember, Credit Suisse was the first to call the rally in metals way back last year. And since then, Hindalco was one stock that trebled. Now they're saying IT is the next big call for them. They're saying rupee appreciation will be less of an overhang in the coming year. Here's a slice of that very interesting conversation.
Consensus is till last week was at 18% growth for FY18.
Okay, we'll take a break on that note with the news that the market hasn't made any kind of move in either direction actually in the last 10 or 15 minutes. We'll get some feedback going from dealing rooms on the other side of the break. Welcome back. 9123 on the Nifty and 21,100 on the Bank Nifty. So it's been a lackluster day today after the kind of big week that we had last week, of course. Our guest still with us. BTSC time, buy today, sell tomorrow. Ashwini, you go first. A word on the market, whether you'll be carrying any kind of positions on the index and also the BTSC ideas.
See, the market is an extremely narrow range. I think today's range is all of, I think, 22 points on the Nifty futures. So extreme narrow range. Chances are sooner or later we'll make that big move. So I don't think carrying any positions on the index makes a lot of sense. But today, one of the key features has been the mid-cap pharma. So Unichem Labs is a buy with a stop of 287, target of 304. Oro Pharma is a buy with a stop of 695, target of 730. And PC Jeweler is a buy with a stop of 434, target of 460.
And Prakash, what are you looking at?
I'll look at Oro Pharma. That looks good, can climb to levels closer to 710, stop below 690. I also like Nestle. That can climb to levels closer to 6350, stop below 6220. Stocks that look weak, Reliance can slide down to levels closer to 1270, 70 zones. Stop is 1290.
Okay, so that's a lot of trading ideas. Just do one thing, let's get an insight into dealing room chatter then. Nimesh Shah is here with Trader Talk. Nimesh, of course, the entire day we've spoken about the idea deal. Feedback on that and overall feedback on how the day has panned out today.
Well, clearly from an idea deal point of view, that was a big talking point in the dealing desk as well. But clearly it looks like the street was slightly disappointed with the merger ratio and the value at which the deal was done. So some bit of selling has clearly come in. So you'll see probably a delivery-based selling in the idea stock by end of day today. So that's a number to watch out for. But broadly from a market's point of view, it's been a range-bound day of trade. There is some sign of profit booking now for the last couple of days, and today being no different. So clearly that's been the big theme, that some bit of money is getting out of the table both in the large caps as well as in the mid cap and small caps. Even in the mid cap and small cap, where the index is up 0.2%, but largely now you're seeing some of the laggards playing the catch-up game, and some of the big movers have seen some bit of profit booking now in the mid-cap space as well. But the interesting part is the FI flows. For the last few days, that seems to be changing for India within the Asia Pac. So for last week, the two big countries where there has been big inflows has been Korea and India, a big $1 billion plus of FI inflows. So that leg is now warming up to changing the momentum in Indian stocks, at least in the near term. But broadly from a larger perspective, it looks like it's going to be a range-bound day today, with idea being the big deal to talk about. The near term, as even Nilkan pointed out today, is going to be earnings season. The street is completely divided at this point in time, but it looks like you could probably see a downgrade in terms of Q4 earnings as well. So that probably is the next big trigger to watch out. But broadly, it looks like some bit of profit booking is now pretty much there, visible clearly in the large caps as well as in the mid caps.
Okay, Nimesh, thanks for that. Varinder is here to tell us about some buzzing stocks that he's observed over the last, say, 10-15 minutes. Varinder?
Well, I'll start with some of the new names. Women's Next and Rishabh Biga Steel are one which are moving up. Amongst small cap gainers, a lot of stocks are moving up on good volumes today. Look at Oriental Hotels up 20%, huge volumes today. Adi Fine Camp, Repro India, Ramki Infra has surged today. Wasteman Forex, Smartling, PTL Enterprise, Katwa Udyog, Cozen has been just moving up and up. Indorama Synthetics, Kamath Hotels, Jindal Photo, Jai Bharat, Bharat Seeds, TRF Limited, Walchand Nagar, BF Utilities, huge move today. Poly Medicure. Among mid-cap gainers, look at Advanced Enzymes. That stock has surged today, huge volumes. Bombay Dyeing has been moving up since last many days. after the parent company said they will be infusing money in this company, and all these ferrochrome players, whether it's Infa, Indian Metal and Ferroalloys, or Barlasur Alloys, they are moving up. Ramakrishna Forging has seen huge move today, up over 10% today, and all these logistics stocks, TC Express continues to move, has gained nearly 30-35% in the last 7-8 days. ITI, TBZ, Venky's are other gainers. Also Blue Dart has made a move today as well. Among losers, Archie's, Star Paper, Mukund Engineering, Lotus IKS, Skill Infra, India Bulls Venture now down circuit 5%, and Delta Corp ahead of that board meeting tomorrow in order to raise funds. Of course, tomorrow everyone will be watching for DMart listing, and certain stocks are taking a cue, whether it's Future Retail or VMart. Also keep an eye on VST Industries as a company where RK The Money holds substantial stake. Important tomorrow, but it's gonna be DMart tomorrow.
Okay, Varinder, thanks a lot for that. Mr. Tulsian, you have been calling for a buy on DMart in the IPO, but for those who missed out, a lot of them would have actually, with the kind of subscriptions that we had. What would be a good, attractive buying price?
Anuj, difficult to say that, because we have to need to see the stock getting listed. But still, if you want, probably I've said that, after closure of the issue also, that I don't see the stock going below 450. And if it goes beyond maybe above 500 rupees, then the valuations will definitely be seen getting stretched. Because if you take a call on the valuation, the enterprise value of closer to about 19,000 crore at an issue price of 300 rupees, 299. And if you take the listing at 500 rupees, probably you get a valuation of about 30,000 crore on EV basis for the stock, which definitely makes it a fully priced. So I won't be worried till a price of 500 rupees is seen on the stock. Again, with a view to have the medium term to long term view only, because at the 500 rupees you will be seeing the full price. But yes, if the momentum takes the stock to move beyond 520, 530, 540, 545, which I am expecting that tomorrow probably we will see those price, I'll advise that those who have got the allotment, they can go for profit booking at a level of 540, 545. But yes, 450 to 500 seems to be the reasonable range on pure valuation basis for the stock.
Okay, well, that's DMart. It'll be the big stock that lists tomorrow, and all eyes will be on what the traction is post-listing. Of course, it's going to be a very strong listing, but what happens post-listing is the million-dollar question. Sudeep Bandyopadhyay joins in now to talk more about all these key triggers. Sudeep, hi, afternoon. First, a word on Idea. You think the story is done here, or at any point would Idea look like an attractive buy?